rough road trip out in California. Then come back in our first practice. Gilbert Varga goes down, and that's going to be out for 7 to 10 days. So our guys responded obviously about as well as they could. Our effort in practice the last 2 days after Thanksgiving was really good. It was a really good focus. And we knew we had to have that because Norfolk State is a really good, talented team. They do a really good job. And we knew how talented they were, certainly offensively, averaging 88 points a game coming in. They have a very senior-laden team, a lot more experience than we do, and we were going to have to really dig in and have great effort, set the tone. And I think, we started out man-to-man and really struggled to guard. We changed it up to playing some zone, and we did a much better job in that. The second half, they started back in the rebounding and did a really good job rebounding and opened it up. When Alexis hit those 2 threes, it was, that could have been big for them. And our guys, to their credit, really did a really good job of not losing their focus and made some big plays down the stretch and earned this win. We really earned the win. I thought our guys did a really good job.
There's so many things you can prepare for, but how did you as a team prepare for a height disadvantage?
We've faced it every game so far, and we're going to continue to face that every single game. With Nura and Julian out, we're going to be undersized, and that's just the way it is. That's not anything that we can control. So we have to play tough, physical. We have to clock out every possession. That's been our staple over the years, is rebounding, and right now we're really struggling. And partly it's the teams that we're playing are really good at it, and secondly, we just got to continue to get better at it, understand it, compete. Every day we do rebound drills, and we chart it. We chart offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding, and we just got to keep plugging away.
Coach, any thought of calling a timeout once you guys grabbed the rebound at the end, or
not
just you wanted?
Once Brickman got the ball, I was like, okay. I looked up, I saw 5 seconds. I was like, all right, it's either gonna, he's making a play. I don't want the ball in anybody else's hands. If I call a timeout, we'll just maybe screw it up and they'll deny him or something. So, no, there was no timeout flat in that.
Jason, you just want to tell us about that last shot?
Yeah.
You got the ball.
Before EJ got to me, I looked up the clock real quick and I saw 5 seconds running down. And we always practice at the end of practice. Situations, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. So I knew I can get up the court real quick, and I just saw Gerrell running the wing, so I set him very left.
Did you think about taking it yourself? I mean, just because of time.
Yeah, but he kind of faked at me, so I had to pass.
Gerrell, do you think you made the shot once it left your hands? You thought it was no doubt was good?
It was good. I seen it before, even I know it was when I was up there and it left my hands. It was before the play, so I knew it was good.
Gerrell, were you surprised that Norfolk didn't use up the whole clock on that last possession?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I thought they were going to take one shot, but I guess they were trying to get a quick hitter. We all sucked in. Great job on the team for the defensive play they made, and it's like the rebound they gave to Jason.
Jason, you hit your first 2 threes. It kind of set the tone to your game today with 14 assists, 10 points. You have been struggling a little bit with your outside shot and knocking out those first 2. How do you feel? Do you feel that set the tone to your game today?
Yeah, I think he got me in great rhythm. I've been struggling shooting in the first few games, so just being back at home and being able to knock down my first 2 shots, I think it really got me going.
Coach, how did it feel being back here after the hard road trip?
Yeah, we're not going to be here for very long. I know we're going back on the road, but it's always good. We had a good crowd. I was happy with the crowd, and again, it's always a good feeling. Obviously, our first home game was at the Barclays, but you don't get too many of these non-conference. I think we only have one more, so yes, we'll cherish these as much as we can.
Cool.
Coach, every time you scored, Norfolk scored within 15 seconds.
When was this?
During the game. I mean, if you scored a basket, they would respond right away.
Okay.
So, how were you able to, keep yourself in the game? How was it to play against a team that could respond right away?
Yeah, I mean, they average 88 points a game. I mean, it's a really uniquely talented offensive team with a lot of seniors. and they're talented. We threw a few different looks at them. We started off in man, that didn't work out well at all. We went to that zone, and it did work out. I thought we played really well in the first half in our kind of 1-2-2 matchup zone. Second half, they got a lot of offensive rebounds, and Kid Williams was making shots all over the place, perimeter jump shots. We really wanted to focus on limiting their transition because they're good in transition. We wanted to limit their second chances because they're a really good offensive rebounding team. And we want to limit their points in the paint. And did we do a great job? No, because I think they're really good at it. But I think we did a good enough job in the end to secure a victory. I mean, in the end, that's really what it's about.
Coach, I'm noticing you got 5 guys with at least 10 points. Without Julian, does that kind of be like the way the offense goes, or are you going to look for one guy to kind of step up?
Yeah, we don't have a superstar talent that can go for 30. I don't think that's just not the makeup of our team this year. We're going to have to shoot well, and we did it today. We're going to have to make threes. That's what we are. Obviously we put the ball in Jason's hands, and Jason does what he does. We have some guys that can make baskets in our starting 5, and hopefully we get Perri back and get some other guys some confidence. I thought Glenn Fidenga's 2 free throws was huge down the stretch. So he made some big plays that way. So we're just trying. Reality is we're just trying to get better right now and get better for conference more than anything else.
Coach, could you talk about Landon Atterbury's play today? I mean, he was severely outsized underneath the hoop, but still ended up with 6 boards and had some pretty key baskets down the stretch.
He really did. And I challenged him before because I don't think he played to his potential. And he's outsized. He's not a 5-man. He's playing out of position because of what we have this year right now. It is what it is. And he's going to have to be that. He's going to have to be a tough competitor on the offensive glass and on the defensive glass. I think he's athletic enough, and I think he has some quickness to him to be able to do that. And he's going to have to play bigger than he is. And he was great. He had those offensive rebounds, and that biggest offensive rebound, and he made the play. And finished it around the rim against guys that are a lot bigger than him. So really happy with the way he stepped his game up.
One more question.
Coach, whether it be your team or Norfolk, did anything surprise you?
Nothing surprises me. No, they're really talented. And I was happy with our guys' demeanor, our disposition to really compete. I think again you saw guys diving on the floor for loose balls, and they were going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that every single game. I think the one game that we didn't do that out in California was Eastern Washington, and 28-1. And I think again we're not going to lose sight of that. I don't want to see that ever again. Just the way we played. So hopefully again we continue to get better and better and better. And this was a good step.
Thanks.